Hey y'all, this is eygiuffre, and today is day 20 of our 90-day video challenge in the Inner Circle audios that we're listening to, my team and I. And oh my goodness, we listened to a really incredible call, and this was a call with Bob Anderson, who initially built up all of his success in a health and wellness company. And the story of what this man has been through. Well, first off, Bob had, first worked as an electrician, and then he got into a very, very serious accident on a plant where he literally burnt off his ears, his forehead, melted his skin around his ears and his forehead. There was his left hand was a skeleton, and the other hand was, I don't know. And he was in surgery twice a day for 8 days to get whatever came at him, in this horrible, horrible explosion. He should have died, but the guy is like, I don't know. You should really hear the story. It was like listening to the story of the Hulk or Spider-Man or some sort of superhero, because that's exactly what Bob did. He totally had this comeback in his health. Now, he did gain a lot of weight, which got him in looking into, and of course not being able to work when he was out of commission for 6 months or more, but just starting to look for other things to grow an income. And what was very interesting is that Bob was always looking for great leadership. He said he was always looking for someone with a superhero cape to grab onto their cape and fly with them. Although I think Bob himself is a superhero after all he's been through. And then he had great success with one health and wellness company in particular. And he talks about that the system that they had in place. And he's saying it's not so much the company or the products, but it's the people that are a part of the team and the system that they have in place. And that is so important, because you can have the best product in the world, but if you don't have a system of selling the product and growing the sales team, then you're kind of up a creek without a paddle. And he talked about this system that at first people in his company were, kind of, he was an outcast because of it. But then they started having so much success that people wanted to know what they were doing. But they ran into so many problems. And this was back in the day before people had computers. So, there was, you had to do the payroll, the payout to your distributors yourself. You had to have the inventory of the products. You had to have just all these different things, and have UPS bring you your check and all that. Oh my goodness, it is so easy to do our business. It's not even funny. And he had all of these problems that would have made the average person quit. But his attitude is, if you get through the hard times, if you push through, and if you stay committed, and if you are devoted to your success, just get through the hard times. Find a way to deal with it. You will, get out on the other side victorious. And I love that about him, because so many people give up so easily. And he said that, most people, it's not because that, they don't quit because it's, the system doesn't work or whatnot. It's just people just quit. They give up because it's a little too hard or not as easy as they thought it was going to be. Well, nothing is easy. Is marriage easy? Is, raising children easy? Is, just the job that you have. If you have a problem at work, do you just quit and go find another job? No, you push through it and you get out on the other side victorious. And, even though he had tons of success, he had a lot of things falling apart in his personal life. He got a horrible divorce. He went to go live with his sister, and then his sister and her husband die in a car accident, 3 months into, going and living with them. Then his mother dies, and he finds out he has prostate cancer. The guy's friggin' Superman. To have been through everything he's done, everything he's been through, and to keep going, and to have made millions of dollars in old school, the old network marketing company. Now, what Bob did, and his original leader, Joe Vitale, started, was a system that people could plug and play into. And, Bob is a part of our company now. And the challenges that we've had in this company, every company has a challenge, but the challenges that we have, he just laughs at. And he's like, oh my gosh, after all the trouble I've had to have gone through with COD was the way of, getting paid and taking care of the paperwork, of owning the business and having UPS deliver products or getting inventory and, just this system and buying old, lists, for leads and all the problems that he'd been through, and actually having people come out, being legally persecuted, these books that they had that were kind of a front end to their business, to get with success stories and to get people first interested, involved in the business. People were coming after them saying they were frauds and they were, what they were doing was illegal and having to spend money on, proving that they were actually making money and they were legit. It was absolutely insane. And he says, and people are complaining about the fact that in our company, we have a merchant account that has a monthly fee so that you can get your money. And you don't have product to deliver. You don't have to ship anything. You don't have to go door to door. You don't have hotel meetings. You don't have to you don't have to worry about payouts to anybody. Just pay this little fee every single month so that you can get all the money that you've earned. If you're one of those kinds of people that would complain about that, then don't click the link below because I don't want you. But seriously, if you've been through hell for a business, you're in good company, because if you have the whole universe coming after you for trying to make a better life for yourself and your family, then you're doing something of significance. Because if you don't have any problems, then you're not doing something big enough. It's not going to affect you or your family. But if you have the whole world coming against you, it means that you're supposed to be doing that. And you will get on the other side victorious. So that was my, I just absolutely love this call with Bob Anderson. Bob, he's amazing. He's Superman. We just love him. He's done amazing with our company. And if you want to work and associate yourself with people like that, people who are not quitters, who are not whiners, who are in this for the long haul, and they're going to get out on the other side victorious, then click the link below. If you're a whiner, go. Click out off of this video. But if you are here to see results and to reach success, no matter what, click the link below. Get started right away. All right, see y'all tomorrow. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.